Gentlemen and ladies, welcome to the Black Table. Tonight, we will be talking about hustle or hype, the influencer economy. What do men need to do to level up? But I won't be alone as usual. We always have some great gentlemen on the table with us. Let's start with one of our very special guests, Mr. Yomi Okeasiwaju. He's a public affairs analyst and a youth crusader. Welcome to the Black Table for the first time.
Thank you for having me. It's such a great night tonight.
Thank you for joining us. You get a round of applause from me. Also joining us, he's no stranger to the Black Table. He's been here before. He's a life coach and also known as Mr. Focus. We have Mr. Boluwatife on the Black Table.
Good evening, gentlemen, on the Black Table.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. My name is Tiang Gang. I'm filling in for Mr. Zeno, who unfortunately, I don't want to say anything bad about Zeno, but let me just leave it at that. He's having a fun time with his wife, which he truly deserves. But filling my space that I'm always at, that is the white bar. Joining us, he's been here, he's no stranger, Mr. Quincy Jones.
How you feeling, sir?
Media personality. If you don't love Quincy Jones, I don't know who you love. I love this guy.
I love you too.
Anyway, so we are here to keep you guys informed and entertained. So grab yourselves a cup of your favorite drink like we always do here on the Black Table, and we'll be right back with some quick fire. This is the Black Table. Remember to be a part of the show and send in your questions. Use the hashtag #TheBlackTable on TVC. Let's start with our first quick fire question. And this post was on social media today, and we love to get feedback from our gentlemen. Okay. This lady put up a post and said, I found out that my husband named our 6-month-old daughter after his side chick. Their 6-month-old daughter was named after his side chick. Let me start with the guy that's been on the Black Table for the very first time. What are your thoughts on this kind of story?
Apparently, I think the wife knows about the side chick. For you to have known her name. Is that person really a side chick? Because I think she already occupied a bigger space in the house already for the wife to
actually know these details.
Yes.
I would agree, but that's not the end of the story. Her mother is telling her that it's not a big deal, that she's overreacting. Boluwatife, as a life coach, what do you want to tell this family?
Oh, well, okay. For me as a person, actually, I think about all of these things differently. And the reason is maybe because of the things that I do and all of that. I have come to understand that things do not carry the kind of meanings that we attach to them. So for me, I will look at it first from the potency of the name. Is the name working for me as a person? Is it meaningful to me as a person before I even begin to ask the question about the source of it? So I don't think I would trash a very good name that works for me because that name belongs to another person. On the strength of the fact that, you know, we all get the inspiration for the names we give our kids from one place or the other anyways.
It's easier said than done. Because like somebody said earlier on, what if you found out like your son's name is actually your wife's ex's name? Your wife always made you name your son after her ex.
Oh, well.
Do you have kids?
Yeah, I do. I have two, actually.
Yomi, do you have kids?
Of course, 2 boys.
Okay, let's go to someone that has no children.
How do you know
Mr.
that?
Quincy Jones. That he knows of. That he knows of. Mr. Quincy Jones, what do you think about this? Naming your daughter after your side chick.
I mean, I won't do that. But I think the biggest question is how did the wife find out that, you know, the side chick actually bears the same name as the kid? So
True.
Mess up from the guy's part. And shout out to Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Yeah, I see what you're doing. Yeah, bad idea. Shouldn't do that. But then it's a name regardless. So I feel like you can defend it. You know, but it's a bad idea.
A lot of children are basically, named after somebody or based on the circumstance of their birth. But it's funny, like myself, like each of my kids, I have 2 daughters. Now, each of my kids have like 6 names. You get me? They have their main name, they have their Christian name, they have the name their mother gave them. My father-in-law gave them a name, mother-in-law gave them a name, my mother gave them a name.
Yeah.
So it's like each member of the family can call them different names. Like my wife answers her name from her father that I don't call her. So if the wife has a problem with the name that was given, like they said, the baby's just 6 months old. 6 months. You can change the name at 6 months.
I think on the grounds of morality, I think it's wrong for the guy to do that. Something that is going to hurt your wife. You know, the fact that your wife is even aware that you have a side chick is one thing that you, like he said, that's you've messed up big time. And, now naming that child or your child, giving your child a name that your side chick bears, I think it sounds like an insult to your wife as well. So on the grounds of morality, I think it's wrong.
Okay, so I don't know if I can pick you up quickly on that.
No problem.
So let's say I've always loved a name. Fortunately or unfortunately, my side chick happens to bear that same name. I've even imagined for a long time that that's the name I'm going to give my child anyways. Now, I happen to now have a child, and I decide to name the child after the name I've loved. Now, am I going to deny myself the satisfaction of the name I want to give my child because that same name belongs to a side chick or to my ex? I don't think so.
Let me explain. Two things here. You have hurt your wife by having a side chick in the first instance.
Absolutely.
Now, naming your child after your side chick is, double insult. You are just hurting the lady. You understand? I think it's on the ground of morality. I repeat, it's wrong.
Please, did she say how she found out that the side chick
The
does
side
that?
chick's name, Abi.
Yeah.
It's true. Anyway, we wish them a happily married life from now on, whichever name they want to call the chick. Let's move on to our next quick story that popped up on social media. Now, there was a gentleman that said he cannot date a chick that posts her body on social media if she can't give him a good enough excuse to do that.
I agree with him.
You're married?
Yes.
How many kids?
2 boys.
How long have you been married?
10 years.
Okay. Is your wife on social media?
Of course.
Would you object to what she posts on social media?
No, I think she's such a decent woman that she knows what I love and what I do not love. As a matter of fact, I'm also into media. I'm also into entertainment. And she knows that there are some things that she cannot project out there because of, one, our personality and my personality. And she can't afford to do something that will hurt me and, of course, stain her as well. So why would you want to show off your body on social media?
It's hard for me to comment on this because I follow a lot of naked people on socials. Let me go to Quincy Jones because I'm sure he also enjoys a thirst trap here and there.
Yeah, it's not even really about that. It's just, growing with the times and understanding that there's really nothing to it, to be honest. I feel like I had this conversation recently with a girl who has one bikini picture and was labeled the Yoruba old word, which basically implies the sex worker, right?
But if you look at the story, the guy said you can post a bikini picture, maybe if you're on the beach, maybe if you're going swimming.
With me.
Not even with you.
No.
Because here's the thing, but you're on the beach. You're in a bikini. You're in a swimsuit. But for people that are not in that kind of position, there's some girls that on a good day, just in their bedrooms, just anywhere randomly, they want to show off a lot of flesh, show off a lot of breasts, show off a lot of stuff.
Show it off to me.
Look, I'm sorry. I think I've gotten to a point where I can tell if you are trying to sell market or you are just posting a really pretty picture of yourself. There's a difference with that. I know a girl that works on the radio, television, and also has a music business job as an A&R, right? And she's out here posting anything she wants. She's in bikinis, and these are nice pictures that she likes, and you can say whatever you want about what it is, but I promise you, hand to God, she's not out here doing whatever you think it might be.
If she's
right? Which brings me to the point of, what? Hell bloody yeah! She's my guy, but no.
There is so as you're talking about this thing, right, there's something that just popped up in my head. We frown about a lot of things. Yeah. But again, we permit them on a lot of fronts. Yeah. Now, the trend of us taking pregnancy shoots now has become a trend where a lot of people actually appear naked, right? Because you cover up to here, you reveal the whole of the bum and all of those things. Now, if I allow my wife to take that as a pregnancy shoot, right, and I can post it out there, right, then what stops me from allowing her to take a picture of a bikini if that is what she wants? Now, to me, I begin to understand that maybe is it that I have double standards. When it is pregnancy, I think it's fine.
That's what it is, really.
To
be honest.
When it comes to another
it's not
thing,
maybe.
so
I think
for
that's what it is.
example, he says that he can allow her to post it if we are together on the beach.
Yeah, exactly.
But she can then not take it by herself and post. For me, I think it's just important that we know what works for us as an individual and maintain a constant standard across board.
Now, I don't want to lose this train of thought because I think the emphasis of what he's trying to say here is a lot of people are posting almost nude photos with no reason behind it.
Exactly.
Maybe they're just doing it for likes. So he doesn't want to be associated with a woman that's putting all of that stuff out there.
But it's okay.
for the pregnancy
when
shoot.
he's in the
Now,
picture.
what he also said was, if it's a form of business, maybe you sell products
Fine.
and you're advertising those products.
There's
There's a different motive there. You understand? But for somebody on their own that just decides, you know what we call a thirst trap, when somebody just puts all of that stuff out there constantly, and then you ask the person, why do you always post? You're not selling anything. You're not advertising anything. What you're actually putting out there is showing off nudity. Then they ask you why, and you have no logical reason or
Well,
explanation.
sorry, gang.
because of
That's
that.
your interpretation of what that is.
No,
That's
but
not
I'm
for
saying-
everybody.
That's what I'm saying. If I ask a girl now that's posting all of these things, why do you post it? And I'm
there's
trying
no
to date
definite,
you, and I'm looking for the explanation,
Why do
and you can't
why,
give me that
sorry,
explanation.
why do you post the other pictures you post that does not have whatever it is, the semi-nudity as we
That's
call
another
it?
point.
Then
Because
why
it's
do you
social.
post those?
You just do it for likes.
Well, no. Why
do
do
it
you
for the
post the
attention.
other pictures with your
You
new
said
sneakers?
something. You said something.
Sorry,
You
no,
s-
I'm asking a question. It's very important. Why do
I
you
will.
post the new sneakers, the nice up drip, and the new native and all of that? Why do you post those?
Maybe to show off.
Yes, to show off.
To show
I
your,
want
you
the
know,
other
your
person
nice
to see.
drip, right?
Why not?
Exactly. I'm trying to show what I look like.
That's why I said it's not a problem for some people. Just like you said, you
It's
can
because-
actually
it's
date a
because
girl
Quincy,
that does
Quincy
that.
looks good naked. That's why he's okay with posting himself. You know, let's flip it now. For guys now, how often do guys, like show skin? Would you ever what about you?
When
you
I
guys
don't,
look
I don't even,
physically
I don't even
fit.
A
have
lot of
six
guys
packs,
don't
so
look good.
I don't even have six packs, so I don't know what the other.
If you had, would you?
Really, if I'm a model or
No,
if
you're
I
not.
wear a
That's the
model,
thing. You're not a model. You just have a physically fit self that you want to put on socials
and I'm
show
probably,
everybody.
I am
probably,
not going
probably
to,
in the gym.
right? And the reason is simple.
Baba, if I get six pack today,
God.
Show 'em.
you guys are in trouble.
God.
No, what you have, you can still show off.
Auntie, you don't see the jacket I'm wearing.
You can still show off.
Let me get six pack today.
Bruh.
You guys are in
A
trouble.
lot of guys
I'll
don't
create
look
my own
good
page.
naked. That's why.
I'll Elon Musk Twitter with my page. All right, let's jump to the next story because we only have 1 hour for the show. Now this is very controversial. I'm going to read it out for you guys. It says a sugar daddy trained his sugar baby through school. He arranged for her brother to leave the country to hustle. An entire family was uplifted because of adultery. Yes. Now, aside from that fact, women's adultery hardly benefits even the side dude. We can see how men are good people. So the problem here, what the guy was saying is that when a sugar baby finally gets married and starts snooping around her husband's phone for proof of cheating, that is giving wickedness and some other blah, 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 blah things. But basically what they're saying is people benefit more from sugar daddies than the guys benefit from sugar mommies.
I saw something
In fact,
related.
all families benefit from
I think I
a
saw
sugar
something
daddy.
related.
I saw something related
Yeah,
recently
yeah,
when
yeah.
a guy was probably saying that if you have a sugar mommy, she will expect so much from you, like you must give her. But for sugar daddies, they sometimes you just go, babe, how are you? Just check your account balance. You just probably rub belly small,
She doesn't
do
have to
some,
do
and
much.
then you
Money
don't have
for
to do so much, and you just 300K for teeth here. But if it's the other way around, the guy will have to do so much work to satisfy
His sugar mommy.
the sugar mommy. I think just like this, they usually say, this word no balance.
I wanted to say you have some sugar daddy tendencies in your life. I'm not accusing you. Your wife might be watching. I
That's
don't
the
know.
challenge. That's the
Your wife
challenge. You can
might
see
be
that I'm
watching.
playing safe.
See, that's
She's
why
actually
I love
watching.
having Quincy Jones on the show because I'm sure he has had a sugar mommy experience.
Talk to us.
No,
You haven't.
no, I haven't.
But
No,
you're looking
honestly,
forward to one.
no. I really thought I could, but I got to the front and I washed out. So yeah, no.
But what is it? What is it about having a sugar daddy that's so beneficial for the female, but it's not beneficial for a guy that has a sugar mom? It's like for a sugar mom, it's more like it's for the sexual pleasure.
I think if you look at the society generally, it's the balance of how money flows, right? Generally, it is believed that money flows from the guy in the direction of the female, right? And one of the ways you really want to show that you love a lady is how much you can actually release in a direction, right? But if you flip it on the other side, in that sense, is how much you can perform, right? So if you look at it, it's almost like the scale is already imbalanced by societal values. So it is just, it just moved into different sectors. It's the same way if you look at even a married man and a married woman, you see that money would generally flow more in the direction of the wife from the guy than from the wife to the husband. So I think it's just that same formula, that cuts across whatever form of relationship that exists between a guy and a lady.
That's why he's a life coach. This guy.
Yeah, the way it sounds,
spoken.
honestly.
He just broke it down. Now I will never be a sugar daddy. Everything will be flowing out from me. What is coming in?
Mr. Gan.
You know, that's why Yorubas call it agbano. I mean,
what does that mean?
Shino?
No, agbere, agbaere.
Oh.
Like it takes away the profit from your business, something like that. So
With this scenario, I think the man is not even complaining. The sugar daddy is not complaining.
They don't complain anyway.
Yeah, but
He's
then
acting like God sent me to actually help these
the
people.
whole family is uplifted.
And that's why I said
Because
it's more or less
the brother is taken abroad, the mother is taken care of, the whole family is just enjoying.
The man
But when it's sugar
the man
mommy,
is an answered
nobody
prayer. It's God sent. Like, please, just go and help this family. Like, through the direction of adultery.
I don't think God said
No. Because it's more or less like a testimony now.
Yeah,
I've even heard stories of people that even went to church to go and do testimony of how they got financial breakthrough
From their
sugar daddies.
But they won't specifically say
won't
sugar daddy.
how
They
now,
say somebody
but
that
of
God
course.
sent.
That's the background of what we call soft life now on social media.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Quite
anyway,
unfortunate.
we are not advocates of adultery on the show. So,
Oh no, we're not.
Be as faithful as you can. But anyway, let's take a quick break. Some of us need to refill our cups and have some drinks. It's the Black Table. When we come back, we'll have more for you. Don't forget the hashtag #TheBlackTable on TVC on all social media platforms. With your questions, we shall return. Welcome back. This is the Black Table on TVC. Now, who says a man shouldn't take care of his hair? Well, I do, but for a better detail on how to do that, check out this little video on simple hair wash routine, and we'll be right back.
Ladies and fellas, this is our second male feature. I'm going to use his hair to show a simple wash routine to keep your hair clean and moisturized. I'm starting him off with a shampoo to clean his hair and scalp. As I apply it, I'm using just my finger beds and not my fingernails to massage the shampoo into his scalp. Also, shampoo could be pretty drying, so I actually don't apply it to his hair, although it gets on there inevitably. I focus just on his scalp, and the shampoo will run down his strands as he rinses it out. After you've rinsed the shampoo, you're going to apply conditioner to your hair. When I applied the shampoo, I focused just on the scalp, but when I apply products, I focus just on the hair. You don't want to apply conditioners directly to your scalp because the product can clog your hair follicles. So notice I haven't used any combs or brushes yet, but adding conditioner to your hair restores that moisture and slip so that you can use a comb and a brush. Once you've got the conditioner throughout all of your hair, you can detangle your hair with a wide tooth comb or detangling brush. You're going to start at the ends of your hair and work toward the root. If you start at the root, the comb will get stuck. So you want to start at the ends of your hair, work your way towards the roots, being super gentle with your hair. And once you're done with one area, you're going to move on to another area, starting again from the ends of the strands and working down towards the roots. If you have hair that's much longer or really thick, section your hair and detangle a section at a time. That'll make it easier for you and it'll help you to further avoid breakage. So I'm letting the conditioner sit in his hair for as long as the products specify for a deep treatment. This step is the most important on a wash day because it restores the moisture that the shampoo is taking out. So always follow a shampoo with it. Make sure that the conditioner you use somehow specifies deep condition or deep treatment. Otherwise, it may not be effective enough for this step. After everything's rinsed out, you'll moisturize your hair with the leave-in conditioner. If you don't moisturize your hair after you've washed and deep conditioned, you might find that your hair is pretty dry afterwards, because once everything is rinsed out, your hair is in a naked state and without any product or moisture. This next step is optional if you find that your hair is still dry after the leave-in. You can apply a little bit of oil. So the science behind this is that oil and water obviously do not mix. If you apply oil after moisturizing your hair, it will hold the moisture and keep it from leaving the strands. Use a comb to distribute the product throughout the hair. Typically, our hair ends up in a natural fro, so you can leave it as is and let it air dry, or you can style it how you usually style it using the styling products that you like to use. But the purpose of this video was simply to show you the basic steps to a wash routine. Hopefully this was pretty simple for you. Like and subscribe down below if it was, and if it was helpful, drop a heart. And as always, thanks for watching. For style ideas, click the video to see the twist style I did for our last Melfi.
All right, I'm sure the likes of Mazino would love that video. But you can see guests like Boluwati fans, Yomi are wondering,
Honestly.
which shaved heads.
Honestly.
You have some hair on your head, don't you?
Yeah, I do, man.
Anyway, you guys can actually take some. But what do you think about the, I know you guys, there was a time in your life you had hair.
Oh, well, I've always desired to be pro, but
There
you know,
was.
when the thing started doing moonwalk, we had to...
Indeed, the moonwalk.
How long have you had this?
3 years now.
2 years?
3.
3. And
Yeah.
you like it, right? It gives you that look. I like that. What about you? How long have you had short hair like this?
I think for as long as I've been an adult.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm trying to grow mine, It's a Zeno thing.
Well, I think I left it a while I was in school. This comrie thing. You just must leave your hair so that they can say you are
Like Wale
adulterized. You understand? But,
I have the feeling that women actually like, I don't know if I'm wrong, but some women like guys with hair.
yeah,
Nah, girls just like guys
they
that
love
are
playing
fine.
with it, dipping their fingers, rolling
Yes, I
in,
get you.
Bro,
and all that.
look. I've seen
This
dudes
isn't bad
with hair
anyway.
as high, bro.
It's not bad at all. You guys, I'm thinking of shaving mine.
Please come and join.
I'm thinking of shaving mine. soon. Quincy, let's see your hair. Take off the cap.
Why?
Let's just see your hair. Sell your market. We might.
Cool. You seen it?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can see
There
it.
we are. I need to comb it.
All right,
Is
so
it?
while he's
Yeah.
combing our hair, we're going to have another refill. And when we come back, we're going to talk about our major story about the influencer culture and what men actually have to do to step up. Don't touch any frequency. Keep it right here on TVC, The Black Table. We'll be back. Still drinking, and welcome back. Now for our major topic of discussion on The Black Table. Remember, you can send in your questions with the hashtag The Black Table on TVC. The influencer economy, hustle or hype. What do men need to do to level up? Now, this is basically like a case study because a lot of people over the course of the week have been talking about a friend of mine, Nedu, who's an on-air personality. He's been talking about the entertainment industry and how everyone has been compromised, both women and men. For the men, he used the word fruity, which questions people who have actually put in the work in the industry, whether male or female. People that have put in the work and people that have gone through other means to basically establish themselves. At this point, I'd like to start with Mr. Quincy Jones because
Why
I
me?
know we're in the same
Oh, Lord.
industry. You and I are in the same industry.
Why me, oh Lord?
And like Nedu made a couple of statements of things he has seen and experienced. And I know you and I have experienced a lot and seen stuff as well before
Yes.
I come to these two gentlemen.
Yes.
So what does a man have to do in any industry? Some people say sometimes you have to compromise yourself, compromise your standards, your morals, your principles. What is your take on the story of influencers? And who do you think an influencer is in the first place?
An influencer is a person with the ability to drive market towards a certain goal, product, or establishment, But the ability to drive a certain amount of people, drive numbers towards a certain product.
True,
and
true.
probably yield sales or whatever the target is. The biggest song that really focuses on a man was about a woman. What's the name of that song? It is a man's world. Yeah,
James Brown.
James Brown, yes. I feel like it kind of mirrors what reality is, and I don't think it would ever change no matter how much men decide to fight it. It would never really be. We can't level up if we're comparing to the competing gender. Not exactly, but the other gender, which is being female.
Yeah, yeah.
Although, you know,
Now,
gender
I
don't
came,
play.
I came to you first for another reason because, like I said, you and I are basically in the same industry. So sometimes people look at their peers, they look at their mates in the industry, and they be like, "This person is doing a whole lot better than I am. What are they doing to advance
Okay,
themselves?"
I'll say this.
Do you think as if these
I'm
guys
sorry,
do something special?
let's-
These guys do something different.
Gang,
Yeah.
this is it. I'll say they try to evade them, but you know what?
We go talk am.
Either way, this is it. Men live in the world of unfairness. If you're a banker, the woman gets the job before you. If you're whatever, the woman gets the job before you. I'm sorry. Now, for instance, even as a broadcaster, half the time, the woman gets the job before you. Man, hear my voice. That sounds great, right?
Yeah, of course.
The woman gets the job before you. And then you listen to the woman. Look, I feel like it's okay if the woman gets the job before you, but can the woman at least try to be better than I am? You know? But why is a woman getting the job over me when she sounds like a dog who has a nylon stuck in her throat? You know, very unappealing.
one.
You know, you might as well just try to make her level up and have the same or a better level of intellect compared to mine, right? But unfortunately, no. Most of the people at the helms of affairs of selection are men who have, can I say penises?
You've said it already.
Male genitalia.
Keep going.
Sorry, they have male genitalia, and for some weird reason or the other, they must succumb to the needs of it by, you know, going for that gender. It is all over. How many male teller guys have you seen at banks?
They exist.
They try to, how, in comparison to females, right?
There's a point you made there that really gets.
You get
really
where I
get,
want
because
land,
It's
gang.
not just the entertainment industry. Forget what Nedu said.
I just said banker.
Yeah, that you bank in so many industries. And basically in every industry, there's certain people that stand out, and people are trying to comprehend how is this person advancing more than I am when we're doing the same job. Do you have any experience in that kind of field?
Yeah, of course.
Definitely.
You know, I used to work in the bank, and sometimes while we are hustling to get ourselves a good suit, you know, to wear, we just realized that the lady who just got employed last 2 weeks already have about 4 or 5, you know, in a wardrobe, and most times we found out that it's gifts from colleagues, male colleagues in the office.
She's a fine girl now. What are you talking about?
I love you. I like you. I think this suit will be okay for you. Okay,
Yeah.
don't you like me too? Don't I look attractive as a guy to you that you can also pass me some t-shirts?
You don't have
and,
it.
some
That thing, you
jackets?
don't have it, bro.
But I think the world is not just fair to my gender. And I also think that there is a lot of expectations. You know, as a guy, people want you to be far above your peers, even your girls. I mean, your wife or your chicks. They will be expecting that you should do so much more for them, and they will start comparing you with their friends.
people that are doing that.
Look at Stella. Look at our boy. Look at our guy. He's doing this for her. Why are you not doing this for me? And if care is not taken, like we said earlier on, you might compromise. You just notice that all the principles that you've been growing up with, that you've been keeping sacred and all that, you just notice that they just go down the drain just because you want to level up, just because you want to meet the people's expectation and all that.
Gang.
So for
Okay,
me,
now with everything you guys have said so far, I don't know, it just came to my mind that it's almost like, you know, from a tertiary institution, you hear things like maybe sex for grades for people to be able to advance. You now come out of that environment to the working class, and I'm coming to you with this, where people now have to say, okay, what are you doing to get what you need? Now, there's something like you said as well that says, okay, so what about me? I'm good looking, I'm attractive, why is she getting this? That makes some men, based on their sexuality, be a bit fruity, like Nedu would suggest. So what are your thoughts on that? Because men are also starting to compromise their sexuality to advance in their careers, not just women.
So since the conversation has been going on, I've been thinking of what angle to come in without maybe making this thing sound too simple and cliche-like, and maybe from a life coaching perspective. But I really cannot take off my cap as a life coach on this conversation.
okay.
And interestingly, I've had the opportunity of working with a lot of people across industries, across climes, in terms of advancing their career, right? Either in entertainment, in the banking, whatever. And interestingly, when we flip the coin around a bit, you begin to hear the female world also talk about the imbalance that they also suffer in terms of selection for certain kind of roles. Now, and that is what led to gender equality, the advocacy in that regard, and all of those things. The reason is simply because if we want to really be honest and want to look at these things, sorry, just before you come in, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There are certain industries, right, that the female sexuality or the female physique is an enhancement of the selling of the product, right? For example, entertainment, right? Somebody that will do a model for a product, right? Because of the fact that, and it's simple psychology. We all know that a guy would gravitate in the direction of the female, right? So somebody's trying to sell a car, but a lady is posing on the car. And you're wondering, who are you selling, the car or the lady? It's just because of the understanding of marketing, psychology, and all of those things that comes into that space. So people that are in the entertainment world, right, because of the fact that, you know, you are putting out your show, not just because of the content of it, but because of the presenters. So you are looking at the guy that is looking really hot as one person that will attract a lot of person to your show. The same way you are looking at a lady.
Okay, so let me break this down now like this. What do men have
to do to level up? So this is the question for me, and you know, I always try to point everybody that I talk to at every point in the direction of value, in the direction of value, because at the end of the day, the lady we are talking about is bringing certain kinds of values. Either it is work value or some other kind of value. What you as a guy then needs to do is to shift your focus from your marginalization, for lack of a better word, and begin to really ask yourself, if I'm going to thrive in this place, what will my value be? What else am I going to bring to the table that will become my distinctive
but here's
Mr. Gunn.
Here's the thing.
Excuse me, sir.
Now I'm coming to Quincy.
Here's
the thing. Quincy, I want you to also add this to what you want to say.
Okay, got it.
If women are basically putting sex on the table and advancing themselves, what stops men, regardless of, okay, even if their sexuality is not straight, also doing the same?
Sorry, let me start with your last statement.
Yeah.
A lot of women are not actually putting sex on the table, right? If a lady walks into a room with you as the boss, right, she's not out here saying, oh, I'm hot. No. The first thing is she's looking at you and trying to see if you're one of those guys.
Yeah.
That's it. What men need to do to equalize is first have bloody self-control. That word, you know, I can't say
that means you have flipped the coin to...
No, I'm not flipping the coin because half of the bigger problem is our agenda. Have you seen men? Have you been around men? They have no self-control. Bro, I'm out here, no offense. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
I cannot, you know, try to get who I want. I get turned down, no, yes. I move on with my life. Bro, these men, so there's a quick instance. Sorry, guy. I'll say this.
I'm with you.
I'm at a certain bar. I'm in Ikoyi every single day. I used to live there. I'm going to this certain bar. I'm surrounded by multimillionaires and billionaires, actually. Yeah. Not exaggerating. And then this particular man, every once in a while, try to get his attention. Oh, pitch ideas, all this, all that. It's like, oh, nice one, nice one. He sees me, hey, Quincy, what's up? At least he recognizes my existence. Yeah. Bro, the day I was going to a club, right? Yeah. But it wasn't time, so I branched at that place. I went there with two very hot girls. I didn't realize they were that hot until the man started paying attention. But essentially, I became that man's best friend because say I go there with babe. Yeah. Way makes sense. Yeah. Till today, he will randomly call me and say, what's up? When are you throwing your next party? When are you going out? When are you? Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. But, bro, can you have self-control? Can you be wanted at least? Do you understand what I mean? You know, exist in a space where you're desired. You know, let the girl actually do that thing in Nollywood where they bend over on the table to try to
Yet you
seduce you.
ignore.
Can you at least be seduced? Now lie. They
Okay.
see, they must try to do.
Let me
That's
ask you
where,
this.
sorry, I'm sorry. That
Okay, go
puts
ahead.
every guy at a disadvantage because your boss is out there being Oloju cannot come out his eye.
Being Randy.
Yeah, bro. No, bro, I know the word. Don't worry. It's just, it gives better expression
You're trying
that
to
way.
censor yourself.
Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. So essentially, control yourself. If you do, you will see clearly and see, no, you don't deserve the job. You deserve the bloody job. And a lot of people can level up.
Now, what I wanted to put to you, Quincy, is this.
Put it to me, bro.
This guy that you met, just a random example, if he was fruity and was not interested in the females, and he was making advances towards you because you are looking for a better job, you're looking for investments from this billionaire, and he proposed a situation for you as a man, as a lot of women get proposed to, and he proposed a situation to you that you have to do something a little bit naughty and nasty. That puts you in a tight place.
They say a
If
little
you're-
bit.
I know you're very straight, Quincy. I know that for a fact. I know you're
Brother,
straight.
straight
But
as a
if such
straight
a
line.
situation presents itself to a man, what should he do?
What should he do?
Yeah.
Do the right thing.
What is the right thing?
Not do what he wants.
Because you're straight.
Depending.
What if you were
Dependent.
not straight?
What if I was fruity?
Yes.
I can't even imagine that, but okay.
No, I can't imagine you fruity. It's just
Yeah,
not-
this is.
doesn't fit the Quincy Jones. Doesn't fit the, but if
No,
you
but
were fruity,
look, I'm sorry, but it's still really, yes, I will answer your question, gang, but it still really boils down to the initial statement, which is self-control. Even if you are a fruity guy, aiming as a fruity guy, can you at least be chaste? Yeah, you know. Now, Seb, to answer your question,
Yeah.
what's the word now? Fruity guy, fruity babe, fruity guy, single guy, straight guy. Bro, everybody should chill
fruity loops.
and develop your life. Develop your career. Like, have something enough to get into a boardroom or to get into a presentation room, an interview, and you're speaking and you actually matter to whoever you're speaking to.
So which is
you
which
have
is the direction you get? Which is
sorry.
okay, let me allow you finish your
Ah,
thoughts.
madam.
Oh, but let me
This
just
is
jump
a
in.
topic
Right?
that's
Let me
really-
just jump in, right?
Yeah, it's
Which
because
is-
it's real
which
life.
is-
I've
which
experienced
is-
it
which
too
is
many
the
times.
perspective-
Whoa, hold on. You've experienced what so many times?
What, selecting a lady over
Okay,
me? That's my daily life.
No, it's the
bro.
fruity.
Okay.
I thought it was the fruits. You know,
Not
we're
the
talking
fruit.
about
No,
fruits
no,
and
but
vegetables.
see, no, I'm not the spec for the fruity guys. That's the why. The only reason
Yeah,
I've
you're
had
alpha-
like
you're very
I've
alpha
had
male-ish.
well, no, yeah. I've had fruity advances like maybe twice in my life. I have guys that get fruity advances like almost every day of their existence. Yes, now. That show, you know that show, that reality TV show. Yes, now. They used to do it now.
Yes.
So you have an example, which is there's this dude that went on, I think it was that same Nedu show, and he was all about, he was telling the experience about some fruity dude who wanted fruity,
What the fruits and
fruity,
vegetables.
whatever, fruity stuff. But that he's not the first guy. I was looking, everybody was in the comment, people were in the comment section like, oh my God, shocked and all of that. I'm like, bro, I heard this like 20 billion times already.
Yeah.
Good looking guys, they offer you fruity, a fruit basket, bro. You know? Fruit salad, and all of that.
Yes.
I don't know who really take out.
Let me hear your
Guys,
Yes,
we don't know who really
actually
chop the
want to
fruit
pick it up.
basket.
I actually want to pick it up from where it stopped.
Yeah.
The value thing. Truly, the word is not fair to my gender, but nevertheless, I think what we should rather focus on is to work on ourselves.
Yeah.
You understand? And because I recall that while I was working in one of the financial industry sometimes ago, and I used to be a marketer, and I was quite good. At least for 3 months, 3 consecutive months, I was the best staff. So for you to know that I was actually good. But my boss at some point said he needs to get me a partner, a female partner, so that at least one, the female partner will open doors. Because of course I
That's not how she opened.
yeah,
with you.
yeah, she will definitely open doors. We'll get to a place, you'll meet some men with tough face. But the moment you just look up and see a beautiful lady, they'll be like, okay, talk to me. I want to hear you more. So tell me about that, and all that. So, but nevertheless, what I now did was I worked on myself. Like, okay, yes, I compromise, but I'll tell you how I compromise. Number one.
You're fruity?
No. Not
Sorry.
that.
Maybe you met
I
a
don't
female,
do.
a female
No, not
cheerleader,
even that. Like, I don't do late night outings and all that.
except the black table.
Now, the black table brought me out tonight anyway. But I had to start doing that then, just because I wanted to, socialize, meet people. Because of course there are some men that when you get to them and you you offer me a drink, for example, and I say, sorry, brother, yes, I don't drink. You're like, you are a bad person. How can you not be drinking?
Yes.
At this time of the night.
Do you do girls too? You say, no, sir, I'm a faithful. Do you smoke? You say you don't smoke. I can't deal with you. No, there are men like that that say they can't do it. So what do you need to do? Not exactly, that you compromise to a larger extent, but of course at least show them that show some level of empathy. Be in their shoes, show that you care about them. That what they are doing is not entirely bad. You can even socialize so that you can get their buy-in and the what you need from them. So those are the things that we can actually do. And of course, like I said, it may take a while.
Yeah.
But if you remain focused,
You're going to get it at the end of the day.
at the end of the day, you will be much more celebrated.
My question
than
is,
those
why do you have to
who
do
have
that?
compromised?
Why do you have to extra focus? Why do you have to be?
Because the
why
women
do you
are
have
chancing you.
I'm sorry, but why do you have to? Why do we have to exist in a world where I must be 200% better than?
Okay,
sorry,
should I answer
sorry,
your
boss.
question?
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Because the regulars
Why
not
do I have
working.
to be 200% better than the female who is also competing with me, not by knowledge, but just by assets given to her by her parents?
Because you're 100%.
Whatever you have deficiency in, you need to work more on it. And in fact, God expects
Bros,
you.
man,
God
they get self-control.
God expects. No,
So
see,
let me
the
see,
issue of your self-control, I think,
Gan.
is the other way.
When I said, I called him
Sydney, Quincy, got you.
I was thinking about
got you.
somebody that didn't have
Quincy,
self-control.
got you.
When Quincy says this self-control,
Yeah.
what he's saying is the self-control should come from those people that are already established, that are dishing out these opportunities
Exactly.
to people.
Yes.
No,
Those
really.
are the ones that should have
It's
the
coming
self-control.
from men in general. If you are a man, born man, have self-control.
Probably that would discourage
Life
the
is,
ladies.
bro, look, I'm not even messing with you. I don't have money. I never blow.
We know.
But bro, I promise you that you don't. I promise you that self-control has made my life a lot better. I see stuff. I see when to say no and increase the appetite, by the way. But yeah, I see when to say no and then I see when to say yes.
You worked hard on yourself to have that self-control. So it's like working 200 times
I
better
get-
than the other
I get-
person. I hope you understand.
I
So it's
get,
still
I,
part
get
of the
where, I
value.
get where Quincy is coming from. And I understand, but that self-control you're talking about needs to be all round. From those that are demanding things from women, from the fruity people that are demanding things from your male counterparts, they should have self-control to not demand these things. The problem is this, we're all sitting down here. If certain people walk in here now and say, we're offering you guys this so on the table, we can have self-control to say no. But they should have self-control to not even ask us in the first place. So like that's the part that's the bone I'm picking with you.
Yeah.
The self-control we can
Why
have
is
it,
the bone-
but they
why
shouldn't
is
even
it-
present it to us in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I say
Wait, let me get Tife's point of view.
So
sir.
I actually want to say something here, right? And I quite understand where he's coming
you sound
from.
like you're at that table and I'm here.
No, I
and-
understand.
Which is, I like that.
I understand where it's coming from.
Yeah.
But I like to look at life from a particular perspective.
Which is,
Which is the fact that, and I think this mindset was fun for me when I was probably in 200 or 300 level, when I read a book titled The Road Less Traveled. Now, the concept in that book is the fact that, it was talking about the Chinese, how they raise their kids. And it's with the mentality that life is going to throw you 1,000 kg punch. Now, what that means is that it makes the child to grow and develop twice as hard, such that when life begins to throw 500 kg, you guys feel like, life is being kind to me. It's throwing 500 because it has been prepared to expect 1,000 kg. But somebody that was raised to expect maybe 200, 300, by the time life is throwing 300, it's feel like, hey, life has finished me. Now, because of that, I have been skewed to think more of the fact that, hey, life in itself is not designed to be fair to anybody.
True.
What that means for me as a person, sorry, just let me finish the line of thought.
All right.
What that means for me then is that you know, by the time life is throwing me whatever it is throwing me, I already have, you know, this expectation of the possibility of it. And I call it I call it contemplation, that, okay, what if this thing happens to me? How am I going to cope? What am I going to do differently? So for me as a person, I've thought about the possible things that can ever happen to me in this life. That if I begin to tell you about them, you say, why are you thinking so negative?
Could you tell me the name of that book again?
The Road Less Traveled.
Okay, so you guys heard the name of the book. We're going to take a quick break. We have a couple of questions that are coming in on our social media that we need to take before the show wraps up. But what I can say right now is do not compromise your morals,
because
your
of what
values,
you're trying to
your
get.
principles. Do not compromise that no matter what happens. And with that, have your own belief structure that helps you work on yourself, improve yourself as a better person, and hopefully you will be able to level up. When we come back, we'll look at some of your questions. Don't forget the hashtag is #TheBlackTable on TVC. We'll be right back because I'm thirsty and I need to drink. Welcome back to The Black Table on TVC. There's never enough time on the show. But anyway, we have enough time to take some of your questions that came in here via our social media. You can still send in your questions that we will address even though the show is over. The hashtag to use is The Black Table on TVC. We have a question that came in here from @Remy. @Remy says, gang, let's sack Mazzino because what is this smoothness of anchoring? You see this female influencer thingy. We cannot talk this talk finish. Let's just leave it at that. Zeno is a good friend. I can't let him lose his job. And I can't let him lose his wife. So he'll be back pretty soon. But I like what you're saying about female influencers. I think people have taken just that female influencer thing, to an extreme. What do you think? Let me start with Quincy Jones. Female influencers. You think they basically have more numbers than the male influencers?
Every single time.
Absolutely.
No, but that's the existence of even social media.
Yeah. And I'm sure you'll agree this is something that we can't finish in one night.
No, we can't. It's a whole lot. The existence on a platform of a female who might appear averagely attractive because of a lot of thirsty men would result to numbers and or financial upliftment at every single point.
He says it so professionally. Let's take this next question. This is from @Damilade, who says, what do men need to level up? They should go and do bum bum. with a hashtag that says, that's all.
You did not lie.
You know, it's true now. BBL, if you really look at it, women are doing surgeries. BBL is all over the place. In fact, it's so crazy that sometimes when you're out in public, you're contemplating, is this real or not?
But you know that guys are also wearing six-pack, like
wearing.
How many guys?
For what?
Those guys are not making money in this country, bro.
Which guy is enhancing himself
I've seen a lot. So you know the
if
same
you're doing
way.
steroids, maybe, and you're working.
No, they actually wear it.
It's
So
always
like
very
a-
difficult.
Yeah, so
I
you
need
wear
to
it
know.
on
I
your
don't know
body,
what to
and
buy,
then it
but
gives you.
I'm
So when you
almost-
wear like a top on it, it gives you that.
I think enough of this fake life and all that. It's not working.
All right, there's another question here. Let's see. At Outlook.com, this is a frequent watcher of the show. She says, hello, gentlemen. Quincy, our guy. Just speaking my mind from head to toe. Sorry to delve away from the topic, but men have no self-control. None whatsoever. They believe
Absolutely.
that they are natural flirts and their wives or girlfriends should understand. But when the table flips, it becomes a family issue. And she hisses, spelling it out.
Okay, so this person is the other gender, right?
Yes, obviously.
Unfortunately,
She says men have no self-control.
what's her name?
So the self-control
What's her name?
is Outlook.com. At
Outlook.com, bro.
Yes.
I need your,
Bro,
madam.
sis.
I need your name.
So
You got it, bro.
Outlook.com believes that men have no self-control.
It's the
That's
truth.
why we're in this predicament
She
in
must
the
be
first
hot.
place.
She must be hot because I feel
No,
like
but
she
what
must
brought
have
us here? You have to
expected
agree
you.
with her to an extent. What brought us here?
100%.
What brought us here? The lack of
Absolutely,
self-control,
absolutely.
which we still exhibit till now.
which is quite unfortunate, and it's not something we can take away from the table forever. It has been before we came. It will continue after we're gone.
You mean it's from Adam?
Well, to an
It's lack
extent-
of self-control that Adam used to chop the fruit now. What are you saying? If you get self-control, if you tell Eve, say no now,
I
bro.
know they chop this thing.
That's Quincy Jones for
It's
you.
facts,
You
bro.
see, I told you have to love this guy. You have to love this guy. But that's another thing to think about. Please, you can keep on sending your messages. One just came in right now. At Bumi says, male influencers, sorry, the women influencers, now them get the world.
No, it's even amazing that you see married women sometimes doing videos on TikTok, and if they have not done this 360 thing and shake their, they are not
Got you.
satisfied.
Sorry, let me
honestly.
touch on TikTok quickly
Yes,
because, you know,
We're almost out of time. Well, go ahead.
this is it. If you are a guy on TikTok, you have to rack your brain. What content, what information am I putting out, what this am I doing, what this, just to create an account that might develop followers. But as a lady,
Just shake it.
bro,
Yes.
I'm not even joking. This is real life. Shake it for 2 weeks.
Honestly.
Watch your followers triple.
Honestly.
Shake it for, shake it to recent songs trending and watch your followers grow. Shake it for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 1 month. Baba, no worry now. If you like, they talk about Nostradamus as a guy. Bruh,
All right.
don't worry.
So with that said, it's basically saying shake it till you make it.
They've been doing
That's a
that
great nudge,
way
yeah.
long ago.
Anyway, so we have a segment of the show where we give guys some manly tips, just a tip. I spoke to Yomi Oke Siwaju earlier on, and I asked him to give us a tip. Do you want to give us a very quick, short tip? You just look into that camera right there, and just give them a quick tip, a quick male tip to guide them for this weekend.
All right, let's just pick it from our conversation so far. Self-control may be hard, but I think is one of the values that we need to imbibe as men. So please, guys, keep it real with self-control.
All right. And I guess that's our show for this week. Don't forget, follow us on all social media. Put up your comments with the hashtag DBlackTable on TVC. My name is Gang, G-A-N-G. Thank you to our guests for stopping by. And Mazino, we do not miss you. But see you next week. See you next week at 11 p.m. on a Friday on The Black Table. Good night and God bless.